Welcome to our solar electric trailer journey. We are so glad you've joined us. In today's episode, we will be showing you how we replace the air conditioner in our Aliner Scout. But before we go any farther, watch for the alligator in the pond behind us. We were excited to finally see that.
Yeah, we've lived here for about 6 months, and we keep hearing that, there are signs everywhere that says there are alligators out there. And today there's a big one out there, so watch for him as we talk. We'll maybe insert a picture of it in the video somewhere so you can see it.
The project of replacing the air conditioner, remember, we're newbies, but the project didn't seem too difficult. But I can say that because I watched Devin take the old one off the trailer and put the new air conditioner on the trailer.
What she's really saying, if Devin can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
So we need to give credit to Rick at Going NoWhereFast. He's got a YouTube channel that is fabulous. He's got an A-liner as well, and so he took us through step by step how to replace the air conditioner. He invented a new, and I would argue better way to install and to replace the air conditioner in an A-liner. Opinions may differ on that, but we really appreciated his approach. We looked at others and found his to be the best. We copied it very closely, and so we're grateful for Rick at Going NoWhereFast.
We did add an extra step to Rick's method. If you need to replace the air conditioning on your trailer, watch our video in addition to watching Rick's.
Yeah, we think we can help you a little bit with this added step to make sure that this is a longer-term solution.
Yeah.
Be sure to look at the newsletter that goes with this video. We encourage you to step over there. We've got links to Rick's videos there, as well as to some of the products that we used. You'll want to have that as a reference. So we'll put a link to that newsletter episode in the video, so be sure to watch for that so you can link over to the newsletter. So I've got to remove this strip here. This is for the cover. The cover attaches to this strip. The screws on this are an unusual square shape. I'm not very familiar with these, but I do have this multi-tool that I got at Home Depot years and years ago that has the flavor I need, so I'm going to use that.
Being a bit of a screwball himself, Devin had no trouble removing the screws.
So as you can see, that came right off. That was slick as a whistle. I'm stunned and amazed and rather thrilled.
This caulking tool is handy for removing excess caulk. Devin cuts through the remaining caulk with a putty knife. There are 2 rivets on each side of the air conditioning unit, one near the top and the other near the bottom. Cut through them using the putty knife, tapping it with a hammer if necessary.
I took Gail's advice and used the hammer to tap it. It worked remarkably well. Note that I tried using a hacksaw to cut through the rivets, and that was no help at all.
Devin climbed into the trailer without popping it up to detach some screws that connect the air conditioning unit to the tray that collects condensation.
Okay, it's kind of dark in here working from the inside, but one of the things that I've discovered is that the air conditioner is attached to the drain shelf here with 3 screws. So I've got to remove those 3 screws, and identical to the cover mount, those screws appear to be the square screws, so that should be similarly easy.
With a bit more effort to finish cutting the rivets with the putty knife, Devin freed the old air conditioning unit and removed it. The tray that collects condensation and drains it outside survived and can be used with the new air conditioner.
One of the challenges we have is that there are some hooks for installing or attaching the cover for the air conditioner. They're terribly rusted, and I've been nervous about this, and I'm very excited after scraping away some of the caulk that was on it appropriately. I see that these are removable with the screws, the same screws that were holding the cover rail up here. So I'm going to remove these and try to get those replaced so that we don't have the big rusting loops on the RV anymore.
Those old hooks really looked terrible, making the trailer appear much older than it is. I'm thrilled to get them off. We'll replace them with new hooks when we get the new cover made for the air conditioner.
So I've got the new and the old air conditioners out side by side. So we did some measuring, and they are a little bit different in size. I'm thinking it shouldn't matter much, but the new one is deeper in the back. That is the part that hangs out the window. And it's important to note these air conditioners are not designed for RVs. They're designed for a residential window. And the new one sticks out almost 2 inches farther than the old one. Okay. So Rick at Going NoWhereFast taught us this whole process. It's a different plan than maybe would be standard. He's had good luck with it, and it's a little easier than maybe the standard plan. So we're employing Rick's strategy. Kudos to Rick, but here's the key thing for Rick's strategy is to bend these mounting brackets down so that they are perfectly vertical.
Using an old pair of channel lock pliers, Devin is bending the flanges to be perpendicular to the bottom of the unit. Devin is now putting the condensation collection tray back in place. Using duct tape to hold it in place only temporarily, he'll drill small holes through the plastic tray and through the aluminum frame. Using his brand new rivet gun, Devin rivets each side of the tray to the frame successfully. When you place the air conditioning unit into its frame, be sure to lead with the power cord, then shove the unit in until the flanges catch the frame. Once you've got it in, check that it is holding in place before you let go. You'll want to skip the step that involves ordering a third air conditioning unit.
Brilliant.
The trick with drilling holes in the flanges was to drill the right size hole for the screws. Devin kept drilling bigger and bigger holes until they were big enough for the screws. The hole in the flange should be just large enough for the threads on the screw to pass without catching. Use self-tapping screws inserted through the flanges and screwed into the aluminum frame to mount the air conditioner. Don't drill holes into the aluminum. Let the screw do the work. This is the most important step. Take your time to do this right. Caulk around the 3 upper sides of the air conditioner. This not only keeps water out of your camper, but it will also help hold the air conditioning unit in place. Now you want to reattach the upper cover mount using the same screws you removed. You could squirt a bit of caulk into each hole before replacing the screw to prevent water from penetrating your camper wall.
Okay, so Rick at Going NoWhereFast did a great job of giving us, I think, a really better way to do the air conditioner replacement on an A-liner than the original way, at least for a do-it-yourself approach. That said, we're a little bit concerned about one aspect of his approach. His approach uses 2 screws at the bottom of the air conditioner to replace 4 rivets, 2 on either side. Those 4 points were a much more complete anchor set to hold the air conditioner in place than the 2 screws at the bottom. What he's really relying on is his absurdly good caulking skills to lock the air conditioner into place so that it isn't rocking back and forth on that fulcrum that his install method creates. Gail and I talked about it, and we decided that we really want to add another layer of connection. What we've decided to do is to put just a little strip of tape, a little strip of this RV roof seal tape along each side. So we'll show you how we do that. So the key thing to start is you can't apply the tape unless you're applying it to a clean, dry surface. So we'll clean, we'll use our simple green to get this a little bit clean on both sides and carefully dry it.
Devin's a good cleaner.
The tape is going to cover the vent slightly, and I'm sure that that venting is all important, so I'm not going to block very much of it. So I'm going to put more of this 2-inch tape on the RV and less on the air conditioner, right? So just kind of practicing there before. So to do this, I'll remove the backing, and it's really sticky. Okay, started at the end I intended for the bottom.
Peel the backing off slowly as you stick the tape on. It's kind of a peel and stick.
Yeah.
You gotta be just carefully get it into the right spot the first time.
Yeah.
Don't rush. This step should only take 5 minutes per side if you are careful and get it right the first time.
You can see that was not too hard to do, but it provides a definite connection to stabilize the air conditioner.
The second side is easier because you've practiced, but don't rush. The tape is very hard to remove. We are so glad you've joined us today, and we would really love to hear from you. And some of the easiest ways to do that are to comment on our videos or the newsletter. Subscribe to the newsletter and just simply reply to the email. That's really easy to do. But to subscribe to the email, visit oursolartrailer.com.
Thanks, everybody.